Hi, my name is Joe Batluck, President of Adult and Teen Challenge. Welcome to our time that we call Digging Deep to Climb High. I'd like to encourage you that you would commit yourself to being a person of prayer like never before. Prayer is a very simple thing because it simply involves talking to God. But it is probably one of the most challenging things because everything in life will pull you from that conversation. Everything in life will distract you from those moments where you want to just be with the Lord. All those thoughts that you couldn't remember in the past day, week, month, year will all of a sudden flood your head. And over our time together for the next couple weeks, we'll be talking about some different techniques in prayer. But let me say this about prayer, and it's very basic, that learning how to pray is just not a matter of figuring out what to say. Some of the most effective prayers that I feel I have learned to pray, I have learned from others as I've prayed their prayers. A great book that I'd highly recommend to you, that's one of my favorite prayer books, is called The Valley of Vision, a reflection of Puritan prayers and devotion. It's paperback, it's really cheap on the internet. It will give you new language for prayer, because I believe that one of the biggest problems we have in prayer is that we're not very creative and we have a tendency to get bored, and when we get bored we have a tendency to daydream. Let me share with you my favorite prayer out of this book, and I pray this back to the Lord all the time. And when I say I pray it back to the Lord, I just don't read it. And I know we've talked about using the Psalms as a prayer book, but yet there's other prayers that are wonderful that reflect the Psalms. And I will take snippets, just little phrases out of these prayers, and I will pray them back to the Lord. This one's entitled The Throne. O God of my delight, thy throne of grace is the pleasure ground of my soul. Now that's just the first two lines. Listen to that. When's the last time you've said that to God? O God of my delight. I could spend half an hour there. Because you see, He, our Lord, is all about being the delight of our life. That once we come to know Him, He brings delights to us. And it's not things that He brings, it's Himself that He brings. That the God of our delight is the God who calls us to be His. The God of our delight is the God who makes us His and walks alongside of us. And I would just like to encourage you this morning, first of all, find a good prayer book. The Psalms are great. This book, The Valley of Vision, absolutely wonderful. And infuse your prayer with some new language that will just light you up and light your heart up in a new way when you pray back to the Lord that loves you. O God of my delight, thy throne of grace is the pleasure ground of my soul. Thank you for joining us. God bless you.